How's it going? Today's mindful message is what parts of nature are healing and how do they heal you? So we're getting into the first one. What grounds you and balances you in nature? And this is free holistic advice. You can just walk out your house wherever you live, and this is going to help you in some way to balance and ground yourself. First of all, digging in the dirt, gardening, planting literal seeds is very balancing. Not only holistically, just digging in things, getting your mind thinking about other things. It's also physically grounding, especially if you're an earth sign, and I always recommend this for every sign that you are. If you are a water sign, the same effect could be found by you sticking your feet in the water or just sitting there and looking out at water, swimming, floating on top of the water. You're in your element. If you're an air sign, going out on a windy day or right before a storm is really best for you. The air is charged. You are charging as the storm happens, or just feeling the breeze on your face. Driving with your top down should be very relaxing for air signs, but it's not just air with air signs. It's not the literal aspect. Air signs are also a lot like you're going to have to pick because it's either water or earth. You'll find that either hanging out in water is relaxing or digging in the sand or earth is relaxing. Either of those will still work for you. Air signs, fire signs, believe it or not, like having a bonfire and just staring off into the fire is actually pretty relaxing for you. And I know this because I'm part Leo. Have you ever been driving home and smelled the grill or smelled the fire and felt relaxed? That's actually a part of grounding yourself and connecting to your element. But just like the rest, you also, I think you're more beneficial to digging your feet in the dirt, walking barefoot, digging in the sand, as for water kind of puts you out a little bit, puts you out your flare. So if you're trying to get a creative spark, I would deal more with sand or dirt. If you're trying to calm down, I would, fire signs, stick my feet in water, put yourself out a little. But that's going to work for any sign on a hot day. Water just soothes you. Listening to waterfalls, the rain, watching storms, looking up at the clouds. These are all ways to get your creative juices going, but to also ground and balance yourself and just take a minute to just okay, so like I said, digging your feet into clay, mud, sand, dirt, walking barefoot, just taking your shoes and socks off is immediately centering and balancing. Feeling air on your feet, I don't know what it is, feeling water on your feet, or just the act of digging your feet into things is a natural calming, soothing, grounding, and balancing effect. Free therapy right there with nature. Sitting on boulders, rocks, or tree stumps. I write my best stuff sitting on nature. Just look, part of it is the scenic view around me, but I am an earth sign. Sitting on a boulder, I feel strong and steady. I take the literal sense of what I'm sitting on. I am this boulder, I am this rock, I am strong and confident and unmoving. I vibe with the rock, as weird as it is. And like I said, if you're a water sign, you're going to vibe with a freaking waterfall. You're going to vibe with a lake. You're going to vibe with a pond. You're going to vibe with a rainy day. It's just going to call to you. Answer it. Air signs. Like I said, you like storms. For the most research, I feel like the best writing comes from like a dreary, rainy, sad, sappy day. A hurricane, a thunderstorm, a heat wave like this would actually inspire not only fire signs but an air sign. Air, you're a bit fluid. You can go anywhere because air exists everywhere, but so does earth. That's why air and earth kind of mingle the best. Everybody mingles. Don't get hung up on it. I know this is going to seem a little wonky. But hugging a tree, if you don't have anyone in this world to comfort you, if you're alone, or you just want to just connect with your roots, hug a freaking tree. I do it when I'm like really sad. I'll just walk off in the middle of the woods. I'll find the tree that's calling to me and I'll just hug it. Don't say nothing. It's not for very long. And other times when I'm not sad and my world's just going crazy and nothing's making sense, I'll go sit under a tree and just lean against it and let that tree anchor me and connect me to its roots. That tree's been standing there a long time. Imagine all the things this tree faced. It puts in a perspective for you. Also, looking up, watching the leaves move in the wind is soothing for a lot of people. You gotta set aside the wonky, okay? And the weird, or this is ridiculous. All those thoughts that you say out loud or you feel because it's a little bit outside the norm, you gotta get rid of that shit for this stuff to work. But it actually does work. Nature has been the best counselor for all of us. We're just not brave enough to admit it or accept its help. What else? Wading in water or floating on top of the water is a great way to ground and balance. Feeling weightless makes you in some way feel like you can control your life or that your problems aren't that big. Floating on a tube on a nice sunny day with a drink, just sitting there chilling. That is the most zen, calm one can get, and it's very therapeutic, and it's absolutely free, except for the beverage. Watching the rain or just going out and letting the rain, especially in the summer when it's really hot, I love just letting the rain pour on me, and I imagine it washing away all of my sadness, all of my anger, all of the things that are bothering me, or I let it call to me and brave getting my feelings out, or rain dance. I call it rain dancing, but sometimes I just get so stressed out and worried, or I'm dealing with a death, and I'll just wait for a big ass rainstorm, and I will go out there and put something twirly on and dance like it's my own music video, only without a camera. It's so therapeutic. I just let nature have it in a creative way. You don't have to do that, but I highly recommend dancing in the rain at any age. Alright, so what more things that calm and rejuvenate? We have feeling wind on your skin, or going to an open window when you feel an anxiety attack, when you're feeling stressed out. A lot of people like to shell up, put things over your face. Sometimes that can make you feel safe, but it depends on where you are. If you're crowded, I feel like people shell up more. They don't want people looking at them. But if you can get to a place where you can just close your eyes and let the breeze on your face, or drive with the window down, the act of you have to close your eyes and just let the wind and focus on it and the feeling of your skin. It actually does take anxiety away. Sticking your head, it takes a minute. You got to do your breathing too. Stick your head out the window, breathe in that fresh open air. It makes you feel less stuck and closed in as well. Hiking, boating, and sailing are also, and bike riding are very therapeutic when you have a lot on your mind, if you need to make a decision, or if you just have a lot of stress going on, feeling out of tune with yourself. Getting on these little journeys, these little expeditions that make us face what's really going on in our mind is the best therapy session of your life. Laying in the sun, or laying in the grass, or just anywhere in nature, and just shutting your eyes and existing, listening to the sounds around you, that's the best sound bath you'll ever get. Swinging. Remember when you were kids? The act of swinging, the movement that you are making the movement with your effort, and the breeze on your skin. It brings back your inner child, but it also makes you feel a sense of control again. Watching animals in nature or watching kids play is also very therapeutic. It makes you smile and remember the good things and why we're really here. Just sit and listen and let things happen and become one with it.